Sorry about that. It's Ronnie Keating. I find he helps me to relax. I imagine most women would agree with me. There's nothing that man and a bath bomb just can't fix. Personally speaking. I know for you ladies, it's a different ball game altogether when it comes to these bath bombs. I learned that the hard way. I got one for my mum for her 40th, and I thought, you know, nice present, Howard, good job. Because, like, you know, they turn the water different colours and, like, they're covered in glitter. And let's face it, what girl doesn't like glitter? I like glitter. But it gets everywhere. In, like, you know, all the little, you know, nooks and crannies. Give it a yeast infection. Well, I didn't, you know. The glitter did. Not many sins can say that, that's for sure. Why I'm telling you this, I don't know. All I know is right now, I'm like an open book. And I can see how much you like reading. I reckon this guy could do with a bit of Ronan Keating in his life. Don't worry, sweetheart. Just act natural.
Howard Jenkins. So, Howard, how have things been since we last spoke?
Does anyone ever call you Kathy or Kat?
Yeah, friends and family do sometimes.
It's just Catherine's like a very strong name. You think how many princesses are called Catherine? And like Kathy, you know, is like warm and inviting to the ears. Kat, it was fun and playful. But like you can't make anything shorter with Howard. Like, how just doesn't sound right. You know, like, hi, how? How's it going? How? Like, for the Native Americans, how means hello. Like, how? Or how? How? It's left or right. I can never remember. Just never both. Don't shoot. I've been thinking a lot about names and what they say about us as people. And like, I'm 22, and yet I got a name that suits like a 43-year-old man who's probably like a National Trust member or someone you see stood in the background on the Antique Roadshow. It's odd. I feel like I'm having to grow into my own name. Like it's been babysitting me all these years. And yet, I've never been a babysitter.
Howard, now I remember the first time we met. I opened the door to the waiting room.
Please, Dr. Catherine, don't remind me. I have no idea why I bowed that day. I did the same thing a few weeks back to a delivery man. He was Indian. I felt awful about it. I gave him double as a way of apology.
No, Howard, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I am saying is I read people, you know, the behaviours. And when you came here, I couldn't understand why you were even coming here. I mean, people don't just sing Ronan Keating out in the waiting room or share safety advice about bath bombs.
You heard that, did you? I'm right, though. Gets bloody everywhere. My dad had it on his face for weeks.
Howard, why do you come here?
Is this a test?
No. Why do you come here?
How do you mean?
Well, why have you been coming here for the past 6 weeks?
Because I like talking to you.
No, let me rephrase it. Why do you think that you come here?
Because I want to understand, you know, who I am in one way or another. Obviously, I know who I am. I'm Howard. Hello. I want to understand who I am and, like, where I'm going. You know, it's like I'm at this stage and everyone's moving onwards and upwards in life. Like Steve, my friend who I told you about, he's got a job selling phones, which he's great at. Because, you know, at school, well, he sold all sorts. And then, you know, there's my brother Stefan, who's driving his own bus route in Abergavenny, living the dream. And now that my mum and dad have retired, they spend more time in the caravan than they do the house. I love them, don't get me wrong, but they're not the most emotionally available of people. I mean, Jesus, every time I hug my dad, he gives me 2 pats on the back to let me know it's over. I hugged him once during a George Michael song, and he thought I was coming out. My mum's no better. When I was 9 years old, she blew the candles out on my cake because she said I wasn't doing it fast enough. She knows I'm asthmatic. I don't know, most people in life are anxious because they're worried someone's going to see them fall over. I'm not worried or anxious about falling over in front of someone. I'm anxious about what I might actually fall over. You know, like physically and mentally. I don't know, I don't want to get left behind.
Howard, I can't provide you or anyone else with all of the answers. What I can do is provide you with the tools.
Tools? Sorry, I'm not being funny, Dr. Catherine, but I highly doubt, although very reliable, that a Black & Decker sander is going to help me to better understand myself.
What I mean is I can't give you a pill that will make everything disappear.
Well, that suits me down to the ground because I don't do drugs. Back in 2007, you know, Steve, who I mentioned, gave me a hit on some, like, I don't know what it was called. All I know is it took 30 minutes and a strawberry lace for my eyes to come back down. I went as white as a supremacist.
Howard, now, I want you to focus on something for me. Okay, I want you to use some self-talk techniques. Now, it's nothing too complicated. Let me show you.
Dr. Catherine, I absolutely love that new book smell.
Howard, I want you to read it rather than smell it.
Yeah, but Dr. Catherine, you need to get on this. Let me give you a fresh page for the full effect.
Howard, I want you to focus on what's inside.
Me or the book?
No, what's inside you. I need you to try some self-talk techniques.
So, wait a minute. You want me to talk to myself?
Exactly.
I thought people came here to stop talking to themselves. Because there's a guy in reception who I'm sure has got a family of 4 and a dog living in his head.
Howard, the mind is like a computer. You know, it can be messy, but we do have the power to reprogram it, which is what I want you to try to do.
Right.
We just need to work on the reprogramming of your mind. Okay, so let me explain. So, programming creates beliefs. Beliefs creates attitude. Attitude creates feelings. Feelings determine actions. Actions creates results.
Right.
So, like with the programming of your mind, you find the smell of books alluring. So, in turn, the result is you sniff books for enjoyment. What I want you to do for the next 3 months, I want you to talk to yourself every single day as much as you possibly can.
Right. Like a running commentary. Like, I'm in an office, I'm confused, but I'm enjoying it.
No, you need to say something with more power, you know, something that really means something to you.
I haven't got a clue what to say to myself.
Okay, let me ask you this. What is the one thing that you want to change about yourself in the next 3 months?
Does it have to be one thing? As I have got a bit of a list.
Okay. Well, hit me with the first 3 things.
Right, well, first and foremost, I would say get a job.
Hello, I'm Howard.
Secondly, I would like to learn something new.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Do you want to try it?
Does it have to be a square?
And meet someone new. Hello, it's nice to meet you also. I've just got one question. What is it you actually want me to say to myself?
Well, it's quite simple. All I want you to say is, I'm strong, I'm confident, I'm Howard.
So, like, I'm strong, I'm confident, I'm Howard.
Yeah, say it again.
I'm strong, I'm confident, I'm Howard.
Okay, nice and loud, Howard.
I'm strong, I'm confident, I'm Howard.
Say it like you mean it, Howard.
I'm strong, I'm confident, I'm Howard.
What are you?
I'm strong, I'm confident,
Who are you?
I'm Howard.